Imagine standing before a crowd that mocks you, doubts you, and dares you to prove yourself. Every word they hurl cuts deeper, but instead of walking away, you give them a sign so undeniable, it silences the world. That's exactly what happened when Jesus Christ declared his prophethood and faced a crowd that refused to believe. If you've ever been underestimated, doubted, or laughed at, hit that like button right now, because this story is about turning humiliation into undeniable victory. When Jesus Christ announced his nubuwah, his prophethood, he didn't do it quietly. He spoke with a calm but unshakable voice, in a marketplace buzzing with life. Merchants shouting prices, children weaving between stalls, and elders gathered, watching curiously. But the moment he declared his divine mission, a ripple went through the crowd. Some froze, some gasped, and others, they laughed. Their laughter wasn't soft. It was sharp, mocking, the kind that stings more than silence. "Prove it then," one man jeered. "If you are truly chosen, show us something we've never seen," another shouted. And the murmurs spread like wildfire. The people didn't just want proof, they wanted a spectacle. Something so impossible, even failure would humiliate him. One man, smirking, stepped forward and said, "Create a bird for us, right here, right now. Not just any bird. Create a bat, something no man can bring into existence." Why a bat? Because a bat was unlike other birds. It flew without feathers in its wings. It had teeth, unlike other birds. It laughed, and most uniquely, it gave birth. In their minds, this was a trap, a setup to expose him as a fraud. You could feel the tension. Some leaned in, expecting failure. Some shook their heads, already dismissing him. For a moment, Jesus Christ stood quietly. He didn't argue. He didn't raise his voice. He simply knelt down, and with his hands, he gathered clay from the ground. The crowd's laughter grew louder. "He's playing with mud now," someone shouted, and roars of laughter followed. But he didn't flinch. His focus was unbroken, as if their voices no longer reached him. He shaped the clay carefully, molding it into the delicate form of a bat. The body, the wings, the tiny details of its face. Every movement deliberate, every second charged with intensity. When he finally stood, holding the clay figure, the mocking had quieted just a little. He raised the clay bat high, so everyone could see. Then, with a calmness that felt otherworldly, he leaned forward and blew upon it. In that instant, something impossible happened. The clay twitched. The lifeless figure shuddered, as if awakened by a secret only he knew. Then suddenly, the wings stretched out. A piercing screech filled the air, and before their stunned eyes, the clay bat took flight. It circled above the crowd, flapping effortlessly, alive, vibrant, undeniable. The same mouths that mocked him now hung open in disbelief. Gasps filled the air. People stumbled backward, shielding their eyes as the bat swooped low before darting upward into the open sky. One man dropped his basket of figs, forgotten as they rolled across the ground. Another woman clasped her child to her chest, whispering prayers. The silence was heavy, but not empty. It was filled with awe. Every doubter, every skeptic, every mocker, faced with a miracle they couldn't explain, couldn't deny. For Jesus Christ, it wasn't about pride or ego. It wasn't about proving them wrong. It was about truth, about showing that the one who created the heavens and earth could bring life even from clay. Still, in that moment, the vindication was undeniable. The same crowd that mocked him now stood in silent reverence. The ultimate revenge wasn't humiliation. It wasn't anger. It was silence. The same people who tried to trap him with an impossible challenge were left staring at a living, breathing miracle, one that rose from clay by the will of Allah. Their laughter had turned to awe. Their arrogance melted into fear. Their doubt into reluctant belief. And that silence, that was sweeter than any words. Sometimes, the most powerful revenge isn't shouting back at your doubters. It isn't lowering yourself to their level. It's letting truth speak for itself. Because when it does, no mockery, no doubt, no laughter can stand against it. If this story gave you chills, smash that like button and tell me in the comments, what's the most unforgettable moment of justice you've ever witnessed? And of course, don't forget to subscribe for more stories that prove truth always wins in the end.